Well, the number of people quitting their jobs is on the decline, but remains in record territory. The trend known as the Great Resignation began in early 2021. Research by MIT Sloan's Management Review found while many are quitting due to pay and burnout, even more cite toxic work environments. Our guest on this Women Wednesday has some ideas on how to help reverse this trend. Organization psychologist Dalia Feldheim has written a new book. It's called Dare to Lead Like a Girl, and she is here to talk more about it. Dalia, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, so help me understand, what does it mean to lead like a girl?
Well, I started my career with Procter & Gamble in 2014. I was lucky to be on the team creating the campaign Always Run Like a Girl. Our objective was to reclaim the phrase like a girl to mean be yourself. And I believe it's time to reclaim the phrase once again, and this time in the world of leadership.
So we mentioned that a lot of people are quitting their jobs because of toxic work environments. Yeah. Explain exactly what it means that when there's a toxic work environment. How do you realize that you may be working in one?
So, bullying is kind of defined as there's usually a power distance, there's a negative intent, and it's prolonged. So it's not just regular hardship, but it's prolonged. Toxic environment, the biggest sign is that you don't have psychological safety. Psychological safety is when you're able to be yourself, share thoughts and ideas without the fear of being ridiculed. So if you don't have that, if you're not able to bring your full self to work, that's a sign that something's wrong.
So your book really speaks to managers and teaches them how to create better work environments. Talk about what you think managers specifically need to know about how they treat their employees.
So I've seen and experienced the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And when I left the ugly, I said, what a waste of human potential, right? Same person in one company completely thrives, in the other busy defending themselves. So I studied that. I did organizational psychology and positive psychology. And out of that, I really created a model of leadership with all kind of my learning. And I used to teach from manager to leader with Procter & Gamble. So basically, it's how we create environment where employees can be their full selves. I call the model the 5P. So the first one is really around purpose. This is about understanding your team's strengths, putting the right people on the right seats in the bus, helping them align their personal purpose with the company purpose. The second P is perspective. And this is all about having a growth mindset, helping them find the win-win in everything they're doing, learn to fail or fail to learn, right? So that's the second P. The third P is power up. We know it's not about managing energy. It's really, not about managing time. It's really about managing energy. So really, what do we need to do to help our employees maximize their energy, sleep well, eat well, etc.? The fourth P and the most important is people. So we don't teach our employees those soft skills of how to move from a manager to leader. So I cover all of that in the book, how to coach, how to give feedback, etc. And the fifth P is positivity. So I've learned it's good to be positive in the workplace, and positivity is basically how do you bring your emotions to work, give yourself the permission to be human, but then elevate into positive emotions.
Do you feel like companies are taking note? I mean, obviously, it's no secret that so many people have resigned due to these various reasons. Do you think companies are making changes and maybe changing the way that they train their managers?
Well, the fact that I have a job, then yes, but not enough. I think the reality is we have a major crisis, mental health crisis, much bigger than COVID, okay? 87% of employees are unhappy in the workplace, believe they work for companies that don't appreciate them as human beings. 1 in 4 experience acute work-related anxiety. We see the Great Resignation. So we know, the old models, the archaic models of the 70s when it was all about line productivities just are not working anymore.
And you say that we should rephrase soft skills as power skills. What do you mean by that?
So we know, Daniel Goleman, who talks a lot about emotional intelligence, has proven that if we look at a manager's skill, a leader that leads people, 85% of their success is EQ and only 15% is IQ. And yet universities only talk with us about our IQ. We don't teach our kids EQ, soft skills, empathy, teamwork, how to coach, how to become a mentor. And we know, I have sometimes leaders tell me, I'm not good with people, but I have an amazing HR leader, right? You can't outsource soul. Employees are expecting their line manager to be also their coach. So we need to teach managers how to become better coaches.
Let's hope they're listening. Dalia, thank you so much for your time. And you can get Dare to Lead Like a Girl at bookstores now. Time for a quick break. More news all day right after this.